Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Hey everybody. Woo. Hey Mimi, hey Golden, hey Pie. What's this up in here? Hi. Thank you, Pie. Hey Champagne. Uh, we gonna yes, get the likes up, y'all. You say I'm glad. Hey everybody. Hey Drea. Hey Rack. Hey Platts. Hey Glossy. Yeah, I'm waiting on Golden is a little busy. I didn't want to wait till tomorrow to bring y'all this tea, y'all. So it's a little rush. So please bear with us, okay? But when Golden have a second, she's gonna come up here because she's gonna tell you how we got to this point today, what happened. Definitely you'll be hearing some exclusive mess, okay? But I need to be able to tell y'all, what happened. But anyway, you said, Glassy, we've been running these streets, child. Yes. So definitely I didn't want to wait till tomorrow. All right. So let's put it that way. So we are rushing to get this tea to you. Let me see. Let me turn this damn song off. But I didn't even want to take my banner down, y'all, because I don't want to have to put it back up. But anyway, let me take it down. Let me see. Let me see. Hold up. You see, I'm here for the mess. I know, but it just had to be some little hiccup. I already knew. Okay. I already knew. I say, oh my gosh, I'm going live and watch. It's going to be something. But just bear with us, okay? Let me tell you. Hold up. Miss you?
Yes, it's me. Hey, Vibes Queen. Hey, chat.
Hey. And I know you're
How's everyone doing?
driving.
I
So
am. How's everyone doing today on this Manic Monday?
I don't know. I know we are late as hell. We probably would have had a better audience if we came live earlier, but we can't just drop what we're doing when we're taking care of our babies. You know what I mean? You was busy with
Right.
your kids and I was too. So we're here now. But
It is what it is. So we're here for some late night tea at the coffee shop.
okay. I was hoping that maybe you could just tell them what led up to
Okay.
today. How did we even get here today? And
Okay.
I know other people was in that chat trying to do the most, but hang around, y'all, because I got so many receipts. One person acting like Marcus is so horrible today, and in the same breath, just hang around. You'll see it. Okay, we're gonna show you how these people be flip flopping more than a damn fish. All right. Now
I need
let's
that.
say this. Let's say this first, Golden, because I know before I came live, some people was asking me, "Where's the video of him saying about Warlock and this?" Somebody help me out. Point me in the direction of the video. Okay. Obviously, we're missing something. I guess I don't know what video it was in, but what triggered her to go live about the whole Warlock thing and whatever. But let me shut up. Go ahead, Golden. But if you have that video, send it to me, please.
See, I'm a few videos behind, but I believe it was yesterday. Um, hey, everyone. Uh, so basically, as you know, the cemetery over there, they went live creating, some content about Marcus. Remember, Marcus was her little brother. Um, I didn't really watch the live. I saw a little bit, a snippet of it, but honestly, I didn't watch it. So you all can maybe chime in. But I just know that she she said that Marcus said that he was a warlock. Now, from I've spoken to someone else about it, and they said that he was just playing. You could tell he was playing around when he said, okay, around with it just to, uh, have something to talk about. And when they, especially when they're a negative, evil person, and when they're trying to put a label on somebody, because they're evil and manipulative. I did see when she called herself sharing the video. I saw a piece of it and I had to go because it was ridiculous. The woman was actually describing her. All I know is the woman said that a war, and they'll, do say anything or do anything to get their way or to, you all, I'm sure somebody in there heard whatever it was. But the fact that they said that the person is manipulative, that's her. Long story short, we all know, well, Vibes and I, we know the real. We know the real. Basically, if you all recall, let's go back to, I believe it was August. Yeah, it was August. This is when she doxed me. She started with the manipulation like a warlock. She started tagging Marcus. And then she started saying that his moderators was messing with his interviewees, which is a lie. We all know she's the one who's she is the one that's been having issues with his interviewees. So we can name them. Yana, Sonny, what's the guy's name with the babies? Vaughn, Ileana's and her family. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And it was not even called for. Let's just say it was true. Nobody had even had any issue with his interviewees. And let me just let this be known. The last slight interaction I had, or the slight situation with Yana, is when she intentionally came on live lying, saying that Yana posted that stuff after she saw T. Oh, she posted that video. Who the heck did I was staying with? It was something like that. And she went live to talk about that and said Yana only did that because she saw Marcus and T together on live. And that was a lie. When I got in there, as soon as I didn't even know what was going on. And as soon as Yana saw me, she flipped off on me, right? And I was like, what? But I guess she was going by she knows that some of the things that I've spoken of before. So maybe she thought I was on that time. I was just really trying to find out what was going on. Anyway, so I told her then, I said, Sheena, I said that girl, she dropped that video before Marcus and T went live. She did it actually the day before, and the next day Marcus went live. So she was very much aware of it. She didn't try to retract her statements. She didn't care. Okay. So, and as far as Vaughn, I haven't had any issues with Vaughn. I said a few little things about him back when I didn't understand him, and I have no issues with Vaughn. Period. With Sonny, well, we've all had problems with Sonny, and I've already said that. And initially, when everybody was talking about Sonny, I was just listening. Sonny can't come up and say, oh, yeah, Golden used to talk about me too. I might be in the chats listening, getting the tea. So Sonny and I, we did have our fallout recently, when she kind of disrespected me. And I talked about that before, and I've already said that as of now, I don't care what Sonny says. I'm not responding to her, cussing her out, period. I just wanted to teach her a lesson that, about any of these people who think because somebody's old. I don't know. Apparently people ain't really been around old folks, because the old folks I was around was spicy. They wasn't about to let nobody try them. So anyway, she started tagging Marcus, right? And of course, those tags, people can see that stuff, right? I never said a word, and she knows Marcus doesn't like that. Okay, because we've been on the phone, you know what I mean? It's not a good look where you going. So when people are searching for him and they see that his moderators, which was a lie, is harassing these poor little homeless folks, people are gonna be like, "Ooh, I'm not about to watch him. They harassing these poor folks who don't have no food and money." And it was wrong. She did it, manipulation, like the lady who was explaining the warlocks. Okay. So when I saw the tags and all the BS, I'm like, she must be trying to pull Marcus in with this drama, right? I never said a word. I didn't even reach out to Marcus. I just ignored it. And if you all remember when she was doing all that and going live every day, and when she was doxing me, If you all can recall, Golden really, and which was odd, if you all recall, Golden really didn't say much at all. Maybe a little here and there, but I didn't say much at all because see, I was letting her just hang herself. I already knew she had totally had so many violations. Okay, so when she did that, I didn't say anything. Next thing I know, maybe about a week later or so, I don't know. She tagged him several times. She wanted his attention, and apparently he never responded. Um, he asked me for her number, and I was like, I gave it to him. I didn't ask him why or anything like that. I just gave him the number because the reality is, I could like, I ain't got it, since I ain't friends with her. But the thing is that I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying? He wants the number. He wants the number. You know what I mean? I'm a grown ass woman. So anyway, I didn't ask him why, none of that. Well, after he asked me for that number, some days later, I don't even think it was too many days later, she came live and she created a whole video live. And she was like, she ain't dealing with Marcus and whatever anymore, right? So, maybe you should have saw the people. They were in there cheering her. Oh, I'm so glad you finally woke up. Oh, they were going on and on, right? And so anyway, I'm like, But she kept going on. Then one day she was saying something because she couldn't, she can't hold her water. And when something is bothering her, she's going to keep running her mouth, right? So she kept running her mouth. Then she said something about she received a text from Marcus. And it dawned on me. Marcus did ask for her number. I said, something must have went down. And if you all recall, on Vibes is Live, we talked about it. I believe it was in September, about a month later. And even then we were like, yeah, Sheena, what was that Marcus sent you? Because the fact that she mentioned Marcus sent her this text, it was something to it. So tell us what it is. And I started suspecting it was something. Well, I got the answer. Vibes is going to be reading the text that Marcus sent her. And then we'll talk about it. Then you'll understand where the hate comes in, where all of a sudden she's not doing his content anymore. Okay. All of a sudden, all these things, right, from her little brother. Okay. And see, these people, she won't tell her people the truth. She misled, she manipulated, and then she didn't even explain, well, no, it ain't got nothing to do about me finally waking up. When everybody was like, oh, she finally woke up to that demon. I was reading the comments. Okay, so we're going to let the host take over, and she's going to read the exact. Remember, let me see. Does anyone remember when we spoke about wondering what was in that text? Can anybody put a 1 in the chat if you remember what was in that text? And before Vibes reads this text, Vibes, I need you to look at your likes. We need some likes.
They don't want to hit the like button. They be holding out, honey.
Well, we're going to be just like everybody else. See, they playing because when we say that, we'll still give them the tea anyway. We can wait another day in the daytime. Because, see, we've been holding on to this tea for a long time and watching her act the fool and just hadn't said anything.
That was August 24th, right? That's why I tell
August 24th when he reached out to her. And when we finally got the text was about a month later because, you know what I'm saying, he heard us and we kept talking about it. It's something that he said. It's something, and we got that something.
Right. We got that like, something. He sent. So I guess it's not like he sent her the message and like, Messi like sent it right away. It wasn't that. It's when she kept going. And then if you remember tagging him and then all the crazy stuff in her description and titles about Atlanta Street interviews and whatever.
Right. So, he finally just went on and let me know because we kept saying something. She's the one who talked about the text. He didn't. I got a text from, and I'm like, well, what was it? I could tell it was something bothering her. It was something in that text. Did we get any ones from the people who remember us talking about that?
Yeah, they said down there they remember.
Okay. Did the likes go up a little bit?
That's what I'm trying to go look at. I'm trying to see. They be playing. Come
Yeah,
on,
well,
y'all. 25 likes and we got 65 people. Can we get to at least 40
well, you
likes?
know what? They
Come
in the
on.
bushes, so you know what? Hey, we don't have to. We can just go in membership. And for the people who are faithful who aren't members, we'll just send them the information. We can do it like that. And if they want to hear it, they got to pay the $5 for the membership, because that's where it really should have gone. That's where the members found out that, but they didn't know what it was. But we brought it to
I
the
know.
public,
Well, while they
so we can
sitting
take it
around and
on back.
holding out on the likes, I'm gonna go post it on membership. Let the members see it first.
Right.
Hold on. I'll be back. Damn. Hold on. Y'all get the likes up. Come on. 69 people. Let's go. Let's get to 50 likes. Okay. Then I'm gonna tell y'all what it say.
And I'm for real. Don't give them shit unless they give us the likes. They can keep their ass over there or go on back over there to the cemetery tomorrow. Want to know, and the crazy part is they want to know what she did and said, but they'll still entertain her foolishness and supporting somebody who's bothered a little girl, and she gonna act like, you know what I'm saying? But she could go on her channel and spread lies about Vibes and these kids and about Vibes touching on her baby. But here, the victim came forward. We didn't look for the victim. Nola reached out to her, and she finally reached out and told the story. Okay. Then she admitted that she had already been looking at Vibes. How did she know about Vibes? Because the other warlock who manipulates was trying to, because he didn't know what it said, what was being said. Okay, I got screenshots of that. Oh, Golden, whatever my ex-wife told you, ain't nobody ever said that I talked to your ex-wife. But he's so nervous and trying to jump the gun, and he reached out to them women and told them the page. Oh, they got stuff on here, and he manipulating. But see, this girl woke up.
Members,
Yeah.
check the tab. Since they want to play around, members, check the tab. You get to see the tea first, okay, while they getting these likes up. We only
And if
had
they don't get the
32
likes up,
likes.
and if they don't get the likes up, they'll be the ones to see it first and the only ones to see it.
Come on, y'all. Don't y'all want this tea? Why Dead Rose is really out here unhinges?
Yeah, why is she unhinged?
It's unhinged.
Because I know y'all, whoever is Dead Rose's supporters, y'all know she kept talking too and saying that, and y'all remember too. But she ain't disclosed to you all what the real deal was. The warlock over there, Miss Warlock. Mm-hmm.
And
The
then if you're like,
manipulator,
okay, why is
the
like so
liar.
if you're like, why is like so important? It is because it helps the video, okay? All right. But anyway, the perks of being a member. I always try to get y'all. I didn't want to post it way too early because some of her people is on her membership. So I didn't want them to have access to it before we came live. So yes,
Right.
sometimes, you know, or people get, you know, they miss out on their perks because I can't post everything because everybody is in membership. But it is what it is. But
And you know, I wanted to address
anyway,
something while we getting the likes up. I'm sorry, go ahead, Vibes. I'm
no,
sorry.
you go ahead. It's fine.
I wanted to address something about the ones who are keep speaking on Vibes, me being a co-host. It's none of your business. If you know TV and radio, there's always a co-host. Okay, and nobody has to explain to you, and really it's giving jealousy, it's giving a messed up mindset where, see, while you busy talking about, yeah, she investing in Vibes is live, anybody who watches anybody's lives is investing, because they're investing their time so that they could get views, they can get paid, they're using their electricity to be able to watch it. See, and a lot of what I'm saying is that these people don't have the mindset. They don't have that mindset. They low level, bottom of the barrel type of people, because people who are into business, they understand. And people who really want to support people, they shouldn't have a problem with it. And for people to be talking like, why you got your own channel, so why are you so worried and hateful and jealous about what somebody else is doing? And a funky $5 membership, I ain't got to explain shit. But I could give that to her in super chats. I could give it to her in cash apps. I do what I do because I got a business mind. So I prefer to send it to her in a membership. The same $5 I could send her for super chat, I decided I'll send it to her in membership. Now watch, it's gonna be some more people because I saw that other one she tried, she was listening. Okay, you all don't know business. And why do you care? I swear, and this is the very reason, and I'm gonna say this. This is the very reason why I try my best to keep my children away from a specific type, the specific types of Black people, because I didn't want them to have to go through this. Unfortunately, I'm caught up in it because I'm on YouTube, and YouTube is diverse, and they have all types of people, from the bottom of the barrel to the ones who have level heads. And the ones who think they intelligent and have level heads are bottom of the barrel because their mindset. They're sitting here so jealous of this woman because I'm supporting her. She's a Black business, and that's why the fuck I'm supporting her.
You're breaking up now. Let me see.
I'm sorry. And that's
No,
why they were
guys,
able to get what
I
they
was
had.
telling Golden, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
You was breaking up, but I was trying to tell them if they're coming up in here that you are driving. So if the audio is not perfect, that's what it is. She's on the freeway.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, so far it's good. The chat said it was okay, but let's go ahead and tell them. Okay. Well,
let me just finish this real fast. So that's why I do what I do. Because, see, there was a time when Black people had to support each other. We couldn't go to the white stores. So you know what? When Blacks had businesses, all the Blacks had to go to those businesses, and Blacks did well. And I hate to say this, but maybe it should go back like that, because you know what I'm saying? Black businesses are failing, they struggling, and they got people with that mindset over there who's talking about what Golden is doing for Vibes. Nigga, you don't know nothing. Not only do you not know anything about music and Stacks recording, but you don't know nothing about business. I was born in it. I was raised in it. I don't give a fuck what you say. I know who I am, and I know what raised me and who raised me. And I know my damn village. And that definitely was about business. And they didn't play with people like you. Okay, now let's go. Let's get back to the content. I just had to say it because, like I said, that's the very reason why I made the decision. And I told even my mother that really, like, I know they wanted us to be around Black kids, our own kind and everything, to attend school. But really, it was a bad decision because the things their mindset, they don't want people to have anything because they don't have anything. They don't believe and think that the sky is the limit. To say that it's a rich Black person, or to say that a Black person has a nice home or a nice car, is a joke to them, and they must be lying because it does not seem real to them. It seems like a fairy tale. And the fact that it's the same mindset who don't even understand that it's nothing wrong for a woman to stay home and take care of her family, and that taking care of your family is a job. And for the ones in the back, if something were to happen to Vibes' husband, she gets his Social Security. See, y'all don't know nothing about that. I don't know if y'all had grandmamas who stayed at home. And guess what? It's nothing wrong with that. The kids that my son went to school with, a lot of the parents, at least one of them, and they had the money too. Okay, one of my son's best friends was a doctor, and I gotta ask her, I don't think she ever went back to work after she had her son. And I remember her telling me, "Oh no, I can't imagine." It was a woman I was talking about. She says, "I can't imagine her having another baby because she's gonna have to stop working." People care about their kids and family, and they put into their kids and family, and people take that shit for granted. They think that it's not a job. Did you ever watch programs where they said that homemakers actually make less than what they should and should be making six figures because they're not only the cook, they're not only the person who cleans or the cab driver, they support the family, they help with the family businesses. I mean, it's so much. And for you all to have that fucked up ass mindset and keep trying to disrespect a woman who's taking care of her family, and like how you want to repeat stuff that other people said, the woman also said she's a good mother. But y'all conveniently don't talk about that. Okay? And I don't see anything wrong with it. And a lot of homemakers, she's doing her little hustle, doing her little hobby, is getting online. Okay? And it's a lot of other parents, a lot of other Black parents who I knew, they wanted to stop working. They started seeing this is how they work. One family member works, or two of the family members, they don't work, but they handling the home business, the husband and the wife. Okay, so y'all keep up with that fucking mindset if you want to. But see, y'all are the type of people why I assured my kids would not be around it. And if I had to go and pay more money to live somewhere else, it was worth it. Or spend money to put my kids in private school where they were around another type of a breed of people.
Hey,
So,
to
okay.
the mods, just one person. Can somebody please send me that, please? Y'all know how we do. I don't want to break it down too much. Please send me that. You know exactly what just happened, okay? Thank you. Okay, you ready, Golden? Guys, come
Yes.
on, 50 likes, and we're gonna read these receipts, okay? Y'all doing good. Don't stop. Let's get 10 more likes, and we're gonna read this. Seriously. We already 27 minutes in, Goldie.
Okay.
Y'all hit the like button. You said that's how I am. Yeah, but thanks, guys. Thanks, Mike. But okay, y'all ready? So this was on August 24th. Marcus said, and the only reason why I don't feel like at this moment that we have to sit there and like post the like literally the picture. But if she tried to lie, come on now, you know Marcus have no issue clearing this up. This is not a lie, okay? So this is what he said on August 24th. He said, hey Sheena, it's Marcus. I hope you're having a good day. However, I have to admit that I'm disappointed with you tagging my channel and putting my name and my channel's name in the titles of the beef videos you have with Golden and Vibes Queen. I try my best to stay out of the fray, but when you do things like that, then anybody searching for my channel may come across that content that has nothing to do with my platform, and it's not a good look. And I did tell her that back then. Yeah, sure I did. So he continued to say, I understand that in the heat of battle, you may try anything to be victorious, but you threw my channel under the bus in doing so. There are many other things I have concerns about, but they're mostly not my business. Therefore, moving forward, I ask that you don't review my videos or tag me in any of yours. Of course, you always have fair use to be able to review anybody's content, but my explicit permission is rescinded. I know this may be a disappointment to you, but my channel and brand is what literally pays my bills, and I've already done enough damage to it on my own, and I don't need any help in that regard. I wish you nothing but the best on these YouTube streets, but I'm going to pull back a bit from our professional relationship. I don't wish for this to be made public or anything like that. Just a quiet, non-confrontational backing away that nobody really has to know about. Good luck with everything. And he would have never said anything if she didn't keep coming out here saying stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, y'all know I have an accent. Yeah, that word, right? That's what I said. I did.
Period.
But yeah, so that was the message. And y'all
And I
see it on
also,
membership. And I mean, if she come out here and say this never happened, come on, we could prove it. Nobody have to lie, okay?
yep. And also, I like to add that Marcus, out of all people, he actually authorized her long ago and told her that she could use all of his content. That's why she had no problem. She could post, post the videos and everything. And he never would strike her because he authorized her and said she could play whatever. He was really trying to help her. If you all recall, how do we all know who this person is? We didn't come from the R. Kelly sector. Although, we was following Marcus, and he was the one who pushed her and was like, hey, y'all like Sheena, y'all go follow her. And a lot of people who are following her today came from Marcus's channel.
Yeah.
But I mean, this shouldn't be a surprise. This is what she does to people who are good to her. Like, how many more examples do you need? Can we go down a list of the people who was good to her and how she did them? Platt, Golden, Marcus. I'm sure there's other ones out there too. Vibes. Remember, Vibes is the one who had all the receipts to help her with her grandson. And she got those receipts and turned around and gave her whole ASS to Kiss. And so many more people, all of her moderators who was good to her and supporting her.
So basically, if they don't understand what's going on, basically sum it up to, she just been on like a whole smear campaign ever since he walked away from her. Long story short. That's what it seemed like. Right, Golden?
Right. And for her to even go live and try to make this man be some evil person. And there it was where one of her moderators said, oh, it sounded like he was just, you know, I heard it from somebody else too, like he was just playing, like he wasn't for real about that. So she knew that too. But that was just Vegas, because she needed some content.
That was Vegas said that she think Marcus was honestly joking. And like I said, guys, if you're up in here seriously, please send me that video, because everybody so far I've heard said they think he was joking. I don't know. Even when she was playing that stuff tonight, y'all, I can't sit there and watch that stuff. The minute she started playing and I see whatever, all this dark energy on her screen, I'm out. I'm very mindful of the energies I attract, I watch, I entertain in my space, especially in my house. I turned it off immediately. I don't want to watch none of you got going on. I don't entertain that behavior, and I don't entertain that energy. Didn't I tell you that, Golden? I cannot watch it. I'm going to have to click off, come back when I think she's done. Did I not say that, Golden? I can't sit there and watch that on her screen.
You said it, because I wasn't watching it, and I asked her about, I forget what I asked you, and you said you wasn't even watching it. Yeah.
No. So MGO,
and we all know that Vibes don't lie about that. Vibes will admit that she will watch channels so that she can come back and give you, you know, the content and the latest of what was said. So she watched a piece of it, but she said it was too much for her, and she booked. I watched a piece of it here and there, and a snippet here and there. You know, and I just know she was BSing, and I just didn't even really watch it. Plus, I was busy. But
yeah, I had eventually went back. So she got several clicks out of me, at least about 10 tonight. I left. The minute you start playing that crap, I'm out. So the parts that you were playing there, I'm gone. Yeah, so it's like cat and mouse tonight. But I know MGO have a comment. I want to take it down, but I wanted to say it. She said, and of course her lying ASS came out here and made it public, except she lied and said she was done with him when he had already said he was done with her.
Exactly. She said that after she got that text from him, and she knew that she wasn't going to be able to give her people no more of his content. So she had to come out with with a lie. I'm done with him. Instead of her saying, well, Marcus and I, we ain't seeing eye to eye. He don't want me to, how about Marcus is done with me? How about that? Right. And so I'm glad you mentioned that, MGO. And I remember watching people in the chat like, oh, I'm so glad you woke up. Did she wake up or did Marcus wake up? Now I have a question for. Hey, Mocha. I have a question for the chat. Whoever saw the comment that Marcus made, give me a 1 if you thought he was just talking and joking around, clowning around, and a 2 if you really believed it. A 1 if you felt like he was joking around.
You know why it's kind of hard to believe, because, and this not me defending Marcus, this just me being honest, okay? What I've always heard Marcus say from the beginning of time was everything was the universe, the universe, the universe. I have never heard him say anything about no warlock. Am I tripping? Marcus, I've always said, like how everybody else would say, well, I'll leave it up to God or whatever. He always say universe. Same way how, since she wanted to keep bringing up her friend Same way how that lady used to sit up there. I don't know why she don't let that lady rest in peace. But anyway, what her friend used to do, call everybody goddesses and king this and God. Yeah, when she came in my chat, goddess vibes queen, God, whatever. Remember, we had this same debate last year when they say Marcus say that he was God or whatever. Remember? Remember
No,
that whole thing last year about God and whatever, but Redbone was the one that always said God to everybody. And
yeah, well, it
goddess.
was somebody said something to her about her calling somebody, and Redbone had to explain, like, no, I call everybody God and goddess. And Redbone did talk about the universe as well. And it's, she did talk like that. But she was explaining because somebody was saying, yeah, she was calling a Marcus a god. And she was like, I call everybody God and goddess.
But
It
I
was
don't
something
understand
like
because
that.
she's not monetized. Mocha, you said she's only using Marcus' name in titles and issues because she's thirsty and hungry for cash shop. She has no content. And I
Right.
don't know. Like, guys, come on. We all can be fair. Like, everybody have seen it. Me personally, I've even given commentary about stuff. Every time I felt that something was wrong or bad or whatever, I didn't like that. I've always came out here and given content about that. But when you overall, besides the whole Quita thing, because I know that's like all over the place. Some people feel this way, some people, so exclude Quita overall on his channel. Would you not say that the person went like back into their bag, minding their business, grinding, whatever, they're not doing half of the crap they were doing in 2024? So I don't understand. It was somewhere where I was going with it, where I was saying, you got to give people their flowers when they're doing a little bit better than what they were last year. Because he wasn't doing half of the stuff he was doing 2025 that he was doing last year, if that makes sense. Do anybody understand what I just said? Do you understand, Golden, or no?
Yeah, I mean, I've got an issue about what Nola did to me with giving out my number and stuff, but I have to say, overall, even with him, I've seen some improvements.
Yeah, because some people say, "Oh, he said he have a SCX addiction, right?" How many of us have a SCX addiction? Does that make it a bad thing? If I sat up here right now and I say I have a SCX addiction, but I'm married, does that make it a bad thing? You know, so it's like, I mean, I don't know, y'all. It is what it is. You see, I missed the receipt. It's on membership. Oh, you're not a member no more. Oh, I read it. Oh, Shane, you probably just got to rewind. I'm not reading that long thing again. Okay. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. But I don't know where I was going with that, but I was going somewhere. Okay. But I'm distracted. Hold on. Hey,
Hi, it's me.
what's up? Did you
No,
understand anything I just said? Because I know I was going somewhere with it, but about
unfortunately, I
him.
didn't. I didn't hear the last few minutes. The last thing I heard was when you were talking about Redbone calling people God and goddess and God, etc.
Yeah, but I guess overall, I was saying that he do appear to be doing better this year than he was last year.
Oh
Oh,
yes,
excuse me.
And I said, when it comes to the Quita thing, excluding that, because I know everybody have mixed emotions about that. But I'm talking about overall as a person. Seemed like he was doing better than last year. So.
yes. This is. It's not even. He is, but I think that. Sorry, I don't want to derail things. I just wanted to make a comment about the what you shared with us and about the hypocrisy of
Oh,
this individual.
but you know what? Let me say this before I move on. Guys, if you're
Sure.
up in here, be sure to hit the like button. Then number two, no, Marcus didn't send us out here to defend his name or anything like that. I honestly, I didn't even talk to Marcus today. Okay, so Marcus didn't tell me to go live and clear up his name or nothing. And yes, he did give permission for that to be read online. Okay, so I needed to say that.
Right. And it's not even because, see, I don't know why these people want to take shit and run with it. Yeah, they try to take it. And guess what? I'm a fucking grown. I'm sick of this. I speak, you know what I'm saying? I call it as I see it. When Marcus is wrong, Marcus will tell you. I talked about him like a dog too, but I don't have to prove shit to nobody damn body. And at this point, I'm sick of it. Like, Come with my ass if you got a problem with me when I have said something on his behalf. Come with my ass if you got a problem with me when I've said something on Nola's behalf. Come with my ass when I said something on behalf of Vibes. Come with my ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking grown ass woman. You do that shit with your children. Go with your mama. I don't care. And it has nothing to do with taking up, and nobody has to even explain that. It's what it is. And we see
Hey,
what it is.
hey, Golden, you know what? Today, this lady told the craziest lie today, and nobody caught that. I don't know who did. When she sat there and said, people from her channel is still being attacked in Marcus's channel, and in his chat, and I'm like, Marcus haven't even been live.
They
So
weren't
how
being
did he
attacked.
attack them?
They weren't being attacked to begin with. So there can't be still be attacked when they weren't getting attacked at all ever.
But
So
yeah, but the key part
Which people?
is the
I
key
want her
part
to
is
name the
though
people. I
the
want
key
her to
part
name the people.
the key part is, y'all, I blocked all her moderators on her channel. So when they come in Marcus live, I won't be able to see them. Marcus haven't been live. So where did they get attacked?
oh,
Even
it's
when
just more
Marcus was
lies.
live, nobody got attacked. I would see people from her moderators and people, and I wouldn't even say a word. I would just be saying whatever. Give the names of the people and what dates. See, and that's what kind of irritates me. I know people don't want to call her out if they're cool with her, but see, that's what I didn't appreciate, like what she did to me. She lied on me, talking about Vibes got gold and fighting for her. I don't appreciate that kind of shit. Don't fucking use my name and play with me and play with my you know what I'm saying, my character like that. And that's why I went off. I don't like that, and I don't fuck with people like that. You don't do that to people. And I don't think she would appreciate if somebody started doing that to her. I know she wouldn't. Nobody would. And the fact that if she said it's happened, call out the names. Call out the names and tell the story. See, she
Welcome
ain't
to
gonna
the
be able
castle,
to.
Mocha.
Child Mocha, girl, you know they'd be upset when I get supported. Okay. Thank you, Mocha. Welcome to
Oh,
the
excuse me.
castle. You know the girls can't take it when they see everybody supporting VQ. Shout out to you,
Hmm.
Mocha. Thank you.
That's that mindset they have. They so busy worried about what somebody else is doing instead of worried about what they doing and focused on themselves. And why would
Yes.
you care about who's supporting them? I mean, and I can hear it in that voice over there. It's hate and jealousy, angry. And see, they don't know I'm the type of person, when I see that, I'm gonna do it some more. You gonna make me do it more. Matter of fact, when I drop down from here, I'm gonna give Vibes another gifted membership. I
You
mean,
know what?
these people give not a $50 super chats all the time, and you talking about 5, 10, 15, 20. Vibes don't even go live every day, but let's just say she did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, $35 a week. But I don't have to explain shit because it's my money, and ain't nobody paying these bills over here. Can't nobody afford to. Period.
But I know we're gonna go to MGO because MGO is not a night owl like we are. Okay, and then for one, and then
Y'all
it
see,
was something.
Clown Eye is in here with his third channel or his third troll chats. In here talking about some drive-throughs.
I'm gonna go to you, and then we're gonna come. It was something else I was gonna say though. After, go ahead, MGO. I wanted to tell them something else, like MGO not a night out and something.
That's okay. If you can say it and then I'll say it and then
No,
I'll drop.
I got interrupted and then I lost my train of thought. Let's go ahead. I'm on mute.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sure. Sure. Hi, everyone. And I'll try not to be long. I was just going to say that the hypocrisy of this individual. So, this person has repeatedly created problems for Marcus, running his name and stuff that it doesn't belong, harassing his interviewees, misgendering his interviewees, harassing family members of his interviewees, getting mad at people in her chat and interviewees because of one of people wanting to show support for the interviewees because she wants everything to be about her. He's still, despite all of that, because he knows this person is mentally ill, cognitively challenged, and has a lot of other issues. Despite that, he still allowed this individual to review his content, probably out of pity. When she finally pushed him to the point where he had to take action after repeatedly tagging hashtagging, speaking about it in lives over and over, making lives, creating drama. This man quit his full-time job. Remember, he does YouTube full-time. He takes care of his girls. He has children. He has bills. He has his mother, who is now a widow. All of these different things that he has to take care of. When he comes to her and tries to have an amicable split, because he had every right to be upset and to tell her about herself. Oh, blazing, that's nice. I love how you type in all caps. You're really cute. Anyway, he had every right to really kind of, lay down the law. But he spoke to her politely. He was assertive, and he, shared his concerns, but he did so nicely, and he rescinded his permission because he had no choice, because she was on hinges, as we say, and it was going to continue to make things worse for him and take food out of his children's mouths. He did it nicely. He said, moving forward, I'm removing my explicit permission. And he didn't say, you know what, and take everything else off, and I don't want you to use the things that you used before, and I don't want anything to do with you, and I'm blocking you. He didn't do any of that. She is so immature and pathetic that even someone letting you down easy wasn't good enough for her. She had to go off on him letting her down easy. Go make a lifetime. I'm done with that, with Atlanta Street interviews and and this and the other, to try to save face. There was no face to save because he didn't put it out here. He just said, hey, moving forward, let's just do this. Let's be discreet about this. I just don't want you doing this anymore because of your actions. This isn't my choice. This is how you forced my hand. And instead of being a woman about it and being like, you know what, you're right. I repeatedly tagged you over and over and over, and in titles and in descriptions, and used the hashtag and mentioned it over and over, and lied on your name and lied on your moderators, and potentially damaged your YouTube channel and the way that you take care of your children. But instead of being a woman about it, she got mad and lied and made it seem like of her own volition she didn't have anything to do with him. So this is someone who can't even take rejection when the rejection is given to them gently, and they deserved it. What kind of a sick, demented weirdo are we dealing with? I mean, this is scary. This is really scary, to the point where you have tried ever since then. You've been slick shading him repeatedly. Oh, why y'all not talking about Marcus and Quita and this girl? He did it. You want people to attack Marcus and Quita when he can have any content that he wants to, or you want him to attack this, you want him to attack that. Now you're calling. Now you literally have a return to sender spell that you put up on your live. Do you realize a spell is a form of witchcraft? It's a spell. It's not a prayer. Spell, dummy. I think it has a black cat on it or something like that. Like you know what I mean? Like, and you don't know what you're talking about. You misrepresent the Bible constantly. You are such an embarrassment to Christianity, to anything, to Black womanhood, to humanity, to pretty much anything, living beings. But I just think it's really sad because there are people who have had falling outs, and they act in a manner more mature than one another, than this situation where, again, he didn't insult her. He didn't call her to the carpet, which he easily could have, which she deserved. He politely but firmly said, enough is enough. You're done. And because of that, she has chosen to slander him. That happened in August. We're in December. She has not hesitated to constantly drop these little, things about him that are negative here, there, and everywhere. And to insinuate that she can still cover his content, which you actually can't. I mean, he acknowledged the fact that there's fair usage. You know what I mean? He can't, but he would prefer. He mentioned he's not giving you explicit permission. He'd prefer you not to cover his content. If you were to do it, you'd be doing it against his will. And like people can talk about things that they see online, but you are a sad excuse for a person, a content creator, a woman, an adult, a person. You really have no shame. And I want to say this too. You allowing and celebrating this pedophile, this child molester, this abuser on your platform, and having all your little cronies and your little minions, hype him up is disgusting. Your little moderator, resident Christian who says that one day this little girl's going to grow up and see what people said about her parents. Good. She should know the truth about how she was conceived and about what happened to her siblings and what happened to her mother and the father she is. She should know the truth. That's no bearing on who she is. No child is responsible for the sins of their parents or the actions of their parents. The child is their own individual self. But the truth sets you free. So good. No one's saying anything bad. Are people supposed to lie about their parents? Lies, keeping things in the dark, are what creates a lot of the problems. Is why we see so many of the interviewees we see on Atlanta Street Interviews and all these other type of channels today, because no one wants to be truthful about things. People want to prevent things. But I noticed you didn't say anything about the person who shared a video from a year ago of Alex. And thought it was funny, talking about this is King's baby mama, ha ha ha. So you're scrolling through her page, trying to go through her shorts and find stuff to where you want to criticize her. Let her have fun with her music and vibe and do what she wants to do. She can do whatever she wants to do. I don't see her on her YouTube channel threatening multiple exes, threatening subscribers and content creators, threatening to come to their homes and murder them. Calling their children, disparaging names, lying about them violently, making violent threats and doxing people. I don't see her doing that. I mean, I don't see Alex doing any of that. So maybe the person that you moderate for, you might want to think about that person's, about who that person is and the way they engage online. But we know that you won't, because all of you condone it and allow it. You enable it.
MGO, speaking of that, did y'all know that the same person that was in Dead Rose's live tonight, all in support of whatever she have going on? Remember, this person despises Marcus, right? This person just made a whole post defending Marcus. I think that was on November 19th, and then they quickly removed it. Hold up. Hold up.
Interesting.
The post was, leave that Marcus alone. It's his balls and his life. I stopped with the madness a while ago. I'm working on my own craft with the 100, the fire, and the pin emoji. Popped. I'm going to go post it, okay? But I wanted to read it to y'all. I'm going to go post it. I said, wait. I'm on mute. I'm going to go post it.
Okay, and I'm gonna let MGO go on, but I wanted to add to that before I forget. That post that he made was very soon. It wasn't long after the exposure when his niece came on and told her story. So of course now he's ready to back up off of Marcus for a little while, because he already knows that he got a whole bunch going on with himself. You can say what you want to about Marcus, but we don't know about Marcus messing with his relatives, messing with his baby mama's niece, messing with a 14-year-old girl, grooming her, buying cell phones, doing all that stuff, having babies, and then he never shared with anyone that Sarah's mama had 4 babies by him. He never even disclosed that with Vibes. That's because he knows that it was some shady business going on and some family secrets. I'm gonna let MGO finish up, but I also wanted to add one other thing. When that woman, that moderator, mentioned something about his kids seeing this, what about his kids seeing all of the behaviors? Like, who would want to see their father threatening everybody, talking about their mother? Because he's talked about Alex on live and lied on Alex on live. And furthermore, his eldest daughters, Donna, are very much aware that he is their uncle and their daddy. Okay, Alex shared with us that one of the girls had to go through therapy. So you see with his behaviors that you all are supporting, you see how this has affected a whole family, and it's so much turmoil because that demonic spirit, that nasty man, and what he did to that family. Okay, MGO, I'm going on mute.
This is the same person that said they love their wife so much, and then when the wife popped up, maybe he didn't like what he see. I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, she be this, be that. The disrespect.
I don't think that was the same one who told Vegas what a wonderful person she was.
Yeah, you disrespected your child mother on the internet, calling her out of her name. Like, and anybody still take you serious? A real dude would sit there and say, you know what? I'm never going to talk bad about my children's mother. Because remember, it's 4 kids, okay? Even if it was 1. A real man gonna sit and say, I will never speak bad on my child's mother. But I posted the receipt, click the link and go look. That was the person that was defending Marcus. I think that was the day because Nola was doing a live about Marcus. He must have didn't like what Nola was saying, so he was defending Marcus. This was just November 19th. If you click the link in the chat, click the picture so you can see. There's no way that I could alter a date on a screenshot like that. Okay?
You're you're right. I believe it was with no. He had, that's how they do. They flip, flop, flip, flop, flip, flop. Plus, on top of it, he was already in, some that mess because Alex had came out. She came forward. So, with that being said, and Nola being the one who reached out to her and interviewed her, and all of a sudden now Nola's talking about Marcus. Now he's ready to team up with Marcus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it's so crazy because this was after Quita is even on the scene. So when everybody want to sit there now and say, oh, Quita did, so I flipped on him again or whatever. No, this was after Quita. November 19th was just the other day, y'all. It was. I'm just showing y'all how these people flip-floppy. And then tonight, it's like, yeah, Dead Rose talking about it. So yeah, I'm on the hate train again. Like, what the hell? I don't get it. I was wondering why it was so quiet. Oh, both of y'all on mute. But yes, thank you, Golden, for explaining the first part of the show, why we came live and whatever.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to share a little bit more about the hypocrisy of this individual. If someone you can't go your own way, you can't leave things alone. You say that discussing, I think there was a Rock made a post about it the other day. You're saying that discussing people's, what people have seen is not content, but you discussing what people have seen. I'm not quoting it right, whatever. That's supposed to be content. Like, make it make sense. It doesn't. It's ridiculous. But ultimately, you're angry because this person called you on your BS. You're also jealous because this person wasn't interested in you. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't call you beautiful and all this kind of stuff like they did when Chase visited, or like they used to call Sunny when they were dating them, or like they used to call Yana, who used to model, or they used to call T, who we took out of town. Like, you were barely good enough for a meal only because you claimed to have lost your Western Union, MoneyGram, whatever 1980 something company card. You know what I mean? So you swindled a meal out of him. You know what I mean? And he humored you. You know what I mean? Like they used to humor the Jerry's kids back in the day. I'm showing my age. I'm 80s baby. You know what I mean? But you've ruined your own money, own money ticket for yourself. The person who helped build your channel, you have no appreciation, for that. But you've ruined it for yourself. You've sabotaged yourself with your own mouth, and now you're constantly, celebrating and appearing alongside someone who is an abuser, a liar, and a pedophile. I would like, can ask him to explain next time he's in your chat, like he was, I think, today or whatever, or he's on your panel or you're on his. Ask him about that child, about his first daughter being born when Alex was 18 years old. So that child was either conceived when Alex was underage or barely of age. So ask about that. Ask about that. Ask about the child that was taken into custody. Ask why he keeps saying her daughter, her oldest daughter, when it's both of their children, why he doesn't take any accountability for the child. Ask about, you made a whole bunch of lives screaming and hollering about Von's baby mama and how she deserves to see her children, even though you don't even understand the arrangement between them or why things are the way they are or whether she sees her children or not. But you seem to have no problem with King not allowing his daughter to see her mother. So the selective outrage is interesting. Someone who has of their own volition has little to do with their children. You know what I mean? You scream and holler and want to create all kinds of problems and have people make false accusations against individuals who are helping people in that situation. But in this situation where someone has kidnapped a child against their will, you have nothing to say. Your mouth is completely quiet. What's that? That's interesting.
MGO, you want me to just throw some more salt on everything you just say? Where you done said enough to give people stuff to think about, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Would anybody find it very interesting when, okay, so I have two main things I want to tell y'all about. One, I don't want to forget the point of who came on here speaking about me and Mimi's children. From somebody, please don't let me forget that point, okay? And then the other one was, would y'all find it interesting when I took a trip back down memory lane to May 5th, 2025? You know exactly what I discovered? Golden, should I tell them tonight or we should wait till tomorrow?
Get some more likes, and then I'll tell them. We need some more likes. How many people are in the bushes and in the chat?
81. You gonna be blown away. But all the receipts and stuff, I will have to show that tomorrow. I don't have them ready to post. Okay.
But Mimi, your comment reminds me of he's a good man, Savannah.
You know, I discovered this today when I took a trip back in the vault to May 5th, 2025. I realized that this individual was literally talking about, if you see the post that they made before we went live, it's very telling. They didn't know what we was going to go live and go say. And then now after talking to Alex and stuff, everything makes sense. How do you know? When I'm going live, you don't know what I'm about to tell you, right? So just off the strength that the thumbnail was a family affair with a castle in the background. I remember the thumbnail. Castle affair with a kettle and the pouring hot tea, and it say the bums family tree or whatever exposed. This individual was making posts from 6:00 p.m. Eastern time, according to my screenshot, talking about what we about to talk about. Well, how you know what we about to tell? Golden, I think we just need a receipt for it to make sense and lay it out for them, where they will see how
jumping the gun.
He was freaking out on his community tab at 6 p.m. Well, when I took the screenshot, it was 6 p.m., whatever, Eastern time. But on the screenshot, it said they made a post like 2 hours ago. So roughly estimate about 4 p.m. Eastern time. I don't go live till 10 o'clock at night, 10:30, okay? Keep in mind, we were supposed to do that same live stream on May 4th. Beyonce concert was May 4th. If you Google it, Golden made a post and said, I apologize. I won't be able to go live with VQ because Beyonce was late to come play with the girls. Okay. So we canceled the live from May 4th to May 5th. And this individual was unraveling on their tab during the day on May 5th before we even did the live. So now the receipt makes sense looking back in time. I said, well, I'll be damned.
Hindsight, is that what they say? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's that guilt. Because if you had if you weren't guilty of anything, you wouldn't be worried about what someone's going to say in a live.
And then on top of it, he was lying. He said he made it out like I said, and I've never said, and he can't produce a receipt where he made it out like I was talking to his kid's mother. That never happened. I've never had a conversation with this woman at all. I never reached out to this woman at all. The only person who reached out to her was Ken, his friend. See, we're going to talk about that too.
Yes, I wanted to mention that. Before you say that, Golden, please don't lose your train of thought. I want to say, thank you so much, Sunny, for coming out and confirming what the people keep trying to make it like, why y'all messing with that girl? Why y'all drag that girl out? First of all, Alex is an adult and she can speak wherever she wants to. She shouldn't have to hide this story. She shouldn't have to hide what happened to her. But please stop denying. It's ridiculous when these people do that. They're trying to take credit away from Ken for his work. He did journalistic work to go communicate with this woman, make her feel comfortable, give her a platform to speak. Did so. He didn't want any compensation for it. In fact, he said if people want to bless her, they can. If they can't, that's fine. Didn't want anything for himself, just wanted to let her get her story out, and did so professionally. And you know what I mean? And tactfully, given the circumstances, what she was talking about. She then later came to the castle and spoke there, but she can come wherever she wants to speak and speak the way. And then she's spoken with Copper and other people whom she's felt comfortable talking with behind the scenes, and as she's working on things. But please stop acting like people dragged her out, and this narrative that she was paid hundreds of dollars is laughable. no one paid her anything. She told her story for free because it's her story to tell. But if anyone wants to bless her with something, they can. What she was given was so minuscule and ridiculous. But since I've been accused, I'm just going to speak for myself, and then I'm going to let Golden share this point because I think it's an important point that she needs to make about with Ken and the Kang of pedos. But since you accused me of giving her $500, Kang of bums, she's getting $500. Courtesy of Advocacy Without Borders. It's a grant, a love offering. It's going to be the Kang grant. That's what it's going to be called. Shout out to you. Thank you for the idea.
Oh.
She could have gave me that money. I'm the one with the girl. I'm the one who's a single dad. She could have gave that money to me.
Also, let me tell you, hey Abs, how you doing? So look, let me tell you the story I was gonna say about the kids. See, y'all was gonna let me forget, right? I said, don't let me forget about the whole me and the kids. Let's not forget who was the person. Somebody let me know in the chat. Who was the person? Let me fix my audio. Hold on. Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah.
Who was the person that came on the internet and said anything about my children? The very first person that came on this internet and said anything about my children, a bad time, all under my son's clothes. Who was that person?
The pedo.
I would let the chat tell me because they say I be lying, right? Who was the
Both
person that came on here and said anything about my minor children first?
The chat said it was the person with no neck.
And let's kick it up a notch. Who was the person that came on this internet and posted Mimi's underage daughter? Who was the person? Who was the person that posted her message from the teacher's name, the baby name, all of this stuff, docs the whole baby and everything? Who was that?
The same person. Necklace.
The chat said it was that bum.
Okay.
Sheena's future baby daddy.
I swear they both are alike. One is just male, one is just female.
Why I brought that up? This is the same person that, we protect kids. We this. They speaking on my kid. You did that when it came to me and Mimi's kids. Down to the baby bottle from My Way was doxed on the internet. Remember My Way baby bottles? He didn't show. Well, yeah, her baby too. Remember My Way was holding her baby over her shoulder.
Yeah.
He had that girl picture on this internet with her holding her baby.
Man, this dude is talking about everybody's kids. He's told us about your kids, Mimi's kids, My Way's kids. We know about Mushroom Mika. We know about your kid too, thanks to him. You know what I mean? We even know about the ex that miscarried, the child that didn't even come to the earth that's in heaven. We know about that kid too. Anybody who got a kid that he's dating, we know all their business.
Or their alleged business, Yeah, that woman over there, she even went live and had a live for hours talking about Vibes Queen and lying about Vibes Queen messing up under Vibes Queen. Messing with her son. Mm-hmm. And remember, that was the same time when he was lying, saying Vibes had all these kids in Jamaica. That caused this butterfly woman to decide to go over to Vibes' page and was making all of these harassing type of comments and all, and was talking about how she's about to find these. I want Butterfly. I don't know if you changed your name out of embarrassment or you just straight out left with Sheena and got away. Butterfly, did you find the babies yet?
The babies that she apparently gave birth to before she was even in puberty, because apparently she gave birth to these babies before she came to the U.S. when she came as a freaking small child. So she must have somehow had some type of miraculous conception as a small child, but it didn't make the news or anything.
And here's the crazy part. When the father was supposedly impregnating her, the father was in America. Should I have told about where your dad was. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
I
guys.
guess his sperm crossed the oceans
Right,
and flew into her body
right,
somehow.
right.
And let's not forget, thank you, Mimi. Yeah, you even showed the receipt. This individual is a liar. That's the point. You even showed the receipt, Mimi, that said where he said he made it up because he was trying to hurt you. That's how he is, y'all. Every time he get mad at somebody, they're automatically a bad mother. Automatically.
Yeah.
And they
Oh,
know,
but
and he, because you know why? You know why? They know that when they say stuff like that, it just piss you the hell off because you're not a bad mother. So it's like I don't know what, reverse psychology or whatever. That's
Right,
the
but
first thing they target is talk about your
hmm
parenting.
yeah, it's
and that's because
gaslighting.
his parenting is so horrible. And guess what? These two same women that he called horrible, he wanted those same two women to be his daughter's mother. Now, Mimi, post that receipt on your channel again, where he admitted to you.
She she just had that receipt up. That was like a couple days ago. So Mimi, if you still have the post, I don't know if I don't know.
Reshare it.
Let's know. Yeah. And then we could share it in the chat and everybody can go see it where this individual said. So if it's still up, Mimi, let me know and then we'll share the old link. Or, well, girl, I don't know.
And
Or
then on
just
top
And
of
reshare your own post and then we'll share it in the chat. Let
and
everybody.
on
No,
top of
I
that,
wanna
oh,
make sure
sorry.
people pay attention to this. I don't mean to cut you off. Why the receipt that we're about to show you? Basically, he got mad at Mimi, came on the internet and said what? Do this story sound similar? Get mad at the mother, come on the internet, oh, you're a bad mom. Keep in mind, like weeks before that, I think around Mother's Day or whatever, oh, you're such a great mom. Even shared a song and whatever, right? But then the minute they're mad, you're a bad mom. Make it make sense, y'all. And then when she said, why would you go on the internet and say that about me? It's in the receipt of him saying, I went online because I know that will hurt you.
Onto the channel that got taken, he and Mimi would sometimes do lives together. She would join on the panel, and he would talk at length about how she was a good mother, how active she was and involved she was with her daughter, the different activities that she was involved in, the bond that they had. He would talk at length, about it. And so it's so ridiculous. It's like you're contradicting yourself. She's supposedly a bad mother, but you spent such a lengthy period of time describing the qualities she has as a person, and most of the ones that you seem to like really find appealing were her maternal instincts. It's crazy, but he says the same thing about every person that he doesn't get along with. He said it about VQ, about Mimi, about My Way, about Alex. They're spoiled. They don't want to get there with the blah 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 blah, spoiled female. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to be able to, he doesn't want to do his part as a man. And any woman who has common sense, or who tries to stand up for herself, or whatever, or doesn't let him run over them, or starts waking up to the abuse because he love bombs you in the beginning. That's how he gets these women. He's not an attractive guy, but he love bombs, and he portrays himself to be someone he's not. And people are, thinking, oh, okay, he's nice. There's a different side of him that people don't see. He's kind. He's nice. He's considerate. He's attentive. He's a good dad. And people start falling, like those traits draw people to him, but it's all a facade.
Yeah. And thank you, Glossy. Glossy also pointed out and said he wanted Mimi to be his daughter's mother. It's in the receipt. We don't make this stuff up. Okay. So thank you, Glossy. Yep, that definitely was in the receipt, and that was said to me also. Okay.
Yeah. Mimi said
So
it's posted.
and even if it wasn't said to me, because they'll say they never said that, right? Even if they said I never said the avatar, I wanted her to be my child's mother. I still had the child for a whole day by myself, several days. Okay. So what was I being? Wash, cooking, and cleaning and whatever. What was I? What was I to her, MGO?
Basically, you were her stepmother.
Okay. Okay. But go ahead, on. I'm done talking.
Sure. And I just
Wow.
wanted to go back to where that Golden was making a point about Kanola, and how he, was the person to speak out against what, some of the concerning allegations, and how Kang of Pedos lied about it all.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Reminded me. So basically, when we discovered that the two ladies were related biologically. Um, of course, Kang was denying it. So I posted some receipts. And if Alex is listening, I do want to say I apologize. It was never my intent to harm your family. You all had just lost your grandmother and your dad. I really, when I saw that, I was like, wow, back to back, like within a month. But however, nobody even knew you were here. It was that selfish person who was trying to manipulate you all. And he directed you to our pages because he was trying to keep that family secret. And he was trying to do anything that he could to get you to be upset so that you could start reporting the page and start whatever, he's manipulative. So Nola, and I'm thinking like, okay, Nola actually had posted something about, what's the name of that guy who Copper said that he was following, Sean was following. I mean, Vibes. What is this? That guy who was like in a cult that was like controlling these women? Nature Boy. Nola actually posted something about Nature Boy, right? And I asked Nola, what do you, basically, I kind of asked him, like, what does he think about, Nature Boy? Because I was just curious. And Nola was like against Nature Boy. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, wait till he finds out about this fool. So when we talked about this, and I posted the link to the GoFundMe, or I posted a screenshot of the GoFundMe, and which was from the first wife, Charity, when she talked about her mother passing, and she spoke about that she was going to be in control, I guess, her sister Latanya and her niece Alex. Around that same time, Alex's dad passed away, and there was an online obituary. I attached the link, so Nola could see that there was a connection. In the link, it talks about his mother, who he was born to, which was the same woman who was Charity's mother, who had just passed. It spoke about, his only daughter, Alex. It spoke of his siblings, I believe. Whatever it was, it was clear as day that if there was a connection. And so I attached it. In fact, I just found a screenshot where Nola was like, send it to me or whatever. But what I did, I just went on and attached it, or attached it to one of his posts so he could see it. And he didn't say nothing else, right? However, now this is during the time when we were still off and on, like going back and forth with Nola, okay? And one day he posted, I think I just shared it today or yesterday. Basically, Vibes, can you read what Nola said?
I don't think I have that receipt. Hold on.
Okay, wait a minute.
And y'all, I'm going to drop down in the chat because y'all know I start falling asleep early. So I'm going to be in the clouds as long as I can. If I fall asleep, I'll catch the replay.
Okay.
Thanks for having me. Sure.
I got to go to your tab, Golden, because I don't have it. I didn't come, live to read it.
Okay, well, let me just kind of the long and short of it.
Lord, you done posted a lot today. I didn't know you posted this much today. Hold on. I'm trying to find. Oh, it's right here. So Nola said on May 5th, so this was the same day we did the live, right? He said, I can't rock with nobody who's messing with minors. If that's true, bro, I can't rock with you because I just exposed another ninja for doing the same thing. I can't be no hypocrite. That's what he said.
Now,
and then you remember Nola even shared the IG receipts a while back about the whole exchange with them, and he basically was telling Nola on IG that no, we're lying.
Right. Mm-hmm. Golden is lying. Don't believe Golden. But apparently Nola knew what he saw. And for those who are not aware, Nola and this dude were associated with each other. They were okay. They were communicating with each other. They were so the story that he tells about Nola, just like the other day, he was cool with Nola. Now he's making it out like he ain't never been cool with Nola. No, they were all on each other's panels. I think Nola even had a wrench for his channel, and he had a wrench for Nola's or Sonny's. I mean, so stop playing. And so, but Nola did say that, and Vibes and I, we talked behind the scenes, and we said Nola's paying attention. We didn't say a word though, but Nola still was dealing with him. You know what I mean? Now he might have been a little cooler on him and wasn't really communicating with him as much, but he was still, associating with him. However, Nola was the only one who actually publicly said that. Okay. Now, so Nola knew something wasn't right. Now, we had no idea that Nola decided he was going to look into it. The man is lying. We have never talked to this girl, this young lady. Nola apparently went behind the scenes and reached out to the woman, and the woman eventually responded. She told her story, and then she came on his panel and told the story. And then while Vibes was live, she came in the chat, hit the panel. We have never had a conversation with this woman a day in our lives, and she was there for hours. Vibes allowed her to just go ahead and just vent. Vibes was really, I think she wasn't even planning on having a long live that day. But when this woman came on and vented and shared her story and was talking about him and all the stuff that he has done, so he's a liar, okay? And like I said, I've never, still to this day, ever spoke to this woman behind the scenes. The only time I've had a conversation with her is when she was on Vibes, this panel, and everyone heard whatever, I don't even know what I said, but whatever I said, we were having a conversation, okay, like everyone else was. And that's that. All of this lying, talking about somebody that paid her off. Nobody, why would this woman get paid off to be able to, and why would she want to lie about something like that? To make her whole family look bad and trashy. Like, who would do that? Yeah. Okay, this woman spoke about what happened. She said that everything, none of it was consensual. She said he started bothering her and grooming her at 14. He bought her a cell phone. Her aunt her aunt found out when she read some of the text messages. She said that they slept together. He said that he was her first. Okay. She said she had a baby around 18 or was pregnant at 18.
Yeah, she literally just said her daughter is 18 now.
Right. And she said that one of her daughters, I don't know which one it is, but out of the first two, had to go to therapy because she could not handle the situation of knowing that her cousins are her siblings and what happened to her mother. So with Donna and all of them playing these games and stuff, it's not cool. And to be sitting up here victim shaming people is not right. And God wouldn't like it. And like how you say you a child of God, so is this woman. And she was actually a child when it started. And I know we said we were not going to keep bringing a lot of that up because it bothers her. I'm hoping she's not even listening. But we can't keep avoiding that conversation because this dude is not going to keep getting away with this. Period.
Yeah, so make sure, I hope y'all did run over to Mimi's channel and look at her tab. The mods dropped the link earlier. Let me see. Maybe we should just drop it one more time because somebody was talking and I didn't bring attention to it. But Mimi, thank you for sharing the receipts again, about, this individual say, I lied on YouTube. He said it, y'all, I lied on YouTube because I know it would hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that's what he does all the time.
Because he's coming on this app, lying on us women, and then want to just make us look like we're so bad. Like, it need to stop. And y'all just be eating that crap up. Like, this person came on here and said the most craziest things about that Mimi in the chat. And then offline talking about, come on now. Same way he came on here and said what? Oh, VQ this and VQ that, and was still hitting me up. Remember, he did that first interview about me July 6th, right? July 6, 2024. And even in September, this individual was still hitting me up saying they wanted me to move with them. Why you want to entertain the women off YouTube, but trash them on the internet. Huh?
And I
Why
do
you still
remember their
want it? Why?
receipts.
Yeah, this avatar, this and avatar that. That was in September. You sitting up here, oh, move with me. Why? After I'm so bad on YouTube, remember? And let's not forget, remember when My Way dropped down in my comment section and it was telling me all of this crap? Remember, I was new, right? And when I was like, My Way, I didn't even know what to believe because I don't even know how My Way found me. But I also told y'all the story of, you know how a woman tell you something and you keep it in the back of your head? You don't disregard what the woman said, right? I remember the whole altercation with picking me up in the air, trying to body slam me and whatever. I said, oh, My Way was right. And when I said that, this fool lost it. That's when the day the light bulb went off in real time when this fool in my face acting up. And I said, oh, shit, My Way was right. And he freaking lost it. Oh, you gonna believe her? I'm seeing it. Exactly what she was telling me.
He's
Yeah.
sick.
That girl
And these
told
people
me that he was dangerous and I didn't freaking listen.
He's sick, and these people that keep supporting this shit and making it like it's okay. And then the ones who's acting like they don't believe it and really believe it, the best thing for you to do is just shut the F up. Because you know it's wrong and you know what he's doing. How about just don't say a thing? Instead of trying to, that's cold as a mother. You would sit up there and try to pacify this predator. And they got all these women who are victims.
But you know what's crazy? Everybody, I guess everybody just gonna act like, oh, My Way was brought to me because I don't know her either, right? Anyway, why did this individual have a recording of this woman in their phone from 8 years ago? Look how long he said he talked to My Way, right? He just did this video the beginning of this year. It was a whole documentary. And in the documentary, he said this was years ago, y'all, at least 6 to 8 years. Why was he recording women back then and have it till this day to be exposing people?
He's sick.
Oh, so everybody just gonna act like that never happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he came on this internet showing how the lady baby bottles was all in the pot, in the sink or whatever. And I'm looking like, well, if she was so nasty, you're nasty too because you live there. So what if that girl was going through postpartum depression or something? That's when you as the man need to sit up and say, you know what? We got to regain control. No, let's wash these bottles. And you need to jump into action and take over.
Like, why are you living like that? So you mean to tell me you're going to blame it all on her? The same thing he's doing about this woman. She ain't got her kids. Why the fuck don't you have them?
And you know what?
Nobody asked him that?
That same Dead Rose was the same one that My Way was in Creepin's chat. I have that receipt from 2024 too, where both of them, it was My Way, I think Alyssa, that was my mod at the time, and Dead Rose was in Creepin Capri's chat. And My Way was basically saying, oh, can you do an interview or something about an interview? And I remember him coming live on my channel, cussing out Dead Rose, talking about, I wish you would do an interview, like trying to threaten her. He was scared what My Way was going to come out here and say.
Mm-hmm. And that's what he does to them all. He has threatened those women, threatened that whole family. And like I said, maybe they're just the type of family that don't want to get involved in no kind of troubles. But I know one damn thing, that nigga would never think he could threaten me and my family. He wouldn't even mess with somebody like me because those type of people, they know where to go. They know when to move around. Oh shit, they got brothers, they got daddy, they crazy uncles. Oh shit, they've been to whip my ass.
Yeah. Like throw the whole damn thing away. I'm talking about if I literally found, like if I knew we was gonna talk about this, I would have found it. But I want to be able to lay it out where it makes sense to you. So I'll do that tomorrow. Okay. When we come live tomorrow, I'm going to lay it out and I'm going to show you how this person was unraveling on their tab hours before we went live to talk about that family tree. Okay. And that's why when y'all talk about you and your dumbass receipts, who enjoyed this mini receipt party? This live, we threw this live together in like 30 minutes. Stop playing with the castle. Okay?
And let me also explain something else. For the ones who call them dumbass receipts, that tells me a lot about the person. Because you know what? Ain't nowhere in the world I wouldn't have receipts. Do you know how attorneys appreciate people who have receipts? And when they go into courts, they got a backup. Do you realize that that's the reason why I've won all of my cases? Because I got receipts. Go up in the courts with no receipts and let's see. You know, it really tells me a lot about people who really think something was wrong with having evidence. Like, who wouldn't want evidence?
Yep.
That's
Thank you so
crazy.
much, Abs. Abs gave us 20 English pound, blessed up the castle with a Jamaican flag and the crown. Thank you so much, Abs, and thank you for all your support. I appreciate you.
Abs, I wanted to say, like I said, I wasn't even in her live like that, but I did click on and I saw him, the jealous dude he is, calling you, saying something about you and calling you Abby. I was like, who's Abby? I was thinking at first, is he talking about Allie, which is the new content creator? Well, she's not new, but new to us. And I was like, wait a minute, he can't be talking about Allie. He was talking about you. I'm like, this nigga's just so jealous because this man takes care of his child. Speaking of that, after we talked about how he's not doing anything for his child, all of a sudden he's talking about, and I don't believe it, he got his daughter in the karate school and her a scooter. Whoop-de-damn-do. Is that really something? Yeah, something big for him. Like, first of all, you should have got your daughter a scooter over a year and a half ago, because while you were with Vibes Queen's daughter had a scooter. So anybody, let's just say I got a man and I'm dealing with him and we both got daughters and his daughter got a bike or a scooter and mine don't. We going to Toys R Us, Target, whatever they got now. See, my kids is grown. So whatever they got going where you can go buy a bike or a scooter so they can both be riding it like sisters. Why would my child be having to sit and wait for this other little girl and we got to take turns when they could be doing it together? That's because this nigga don't invest in his child. And I don't believe he put her in karate. I believe, like how they saying how he copies whatever somebody says. I believe he said it because he heard me talking about my children being in karate.
But Golden, listen, I forgot about this, Abs. You said I remember hearing some voice notes of Kang begging to have you back, giving you 5 hours to take him back. I remember that. Membership have its perks, y'all. I told you. Yes, it was all the little voice notes. Remember that, Golden?
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
you bet. I'm
Thanks for
looking at the
jogging my memory. And let's keep it all the way real. Speaking of that, I remember him saying how he was hurt that I think I saw this too. I remember seeing this or hearing it on the recording, how he was hurt that you went back to your husband. And let's keep it all the way real. He's a punk. He knew that your husband was in that house. But what did he do? He busted that U-turn when he saw that man's car and knew he was in that house and took his ass on back into Orlando. Let's keep it all the way real.
A matter of fact, his eyes was so scary. Let's tell the real tea. He didn't bust a U-turn. He didn't even pull up far enough because my camera system at the old spot was so good where I could literally see like down the street to the left, down the street to the right, the whole street pretty much, right? A wide range. This fool, I'm looking like, where did he park? I guess he pulled up where it wouldn't even pick up on the camera. It was in the street. It was in the road though. But he parked where he was able to see my house, but he wasn't able to be on my camera. You get it? Like probably like on a side street or something. You get what I'm talking about?
Right, because he knew, because he knew how far your camera was because he talked about it before. He knew exactly where angles your camera picked up.
Because when I said, I don't even see you when I pulled the camera up and I said, I don't even see you outside, whatever. I'm looking like, I saw the lights though. I saw the lights and I'm looking like, yeah, you didn't want to leave no evidence that you came to my house. That's what that was. But the point is, you knew my husband was there and you didn't do shit. So when people sitting on here like red eye be talking about, well, your husband this or whatever, because he didn't go outside and confront him, why do he need to confront him again? This person never stepped foot on your property. They didn't knock on your door. They didn't even, you get what I'm saying?
I don't even think your husband knew the nigga was outside. Really? I don't think he even knew he was outside.
Because what it was, he was busy with his kids, right? So I sat there and I called him away because I didn't want to make my kids panic or anything. And I said, oh, he's outside. And he talking about what? And I said, yeah, he talking about he's outside, whatever. And I said, I'm gonna go out there, go talk to him so I could tell him face to face. So remember, he basically left, and I said, you're not coming back in my house. So that was the first eye to eye contact I was gonna have to say, yes, it's wrong to break up with somebody over the phone, but we're done. You know what I mean? And my husband was like, no, you're not going outside. Like, we don't know him. We don't know where he came. You know what I mean? You're not going outside. That's not even smart. So that's what happened. He never entered our property, though. He was on city property. So when people sit up here and say stuff, you got to know your laws as a resident of the state of Florida, because you don't run out in the street and go attack the person that come to your house. No, you wait on that person to come on private property, preferably when they come knocking on your door, and enter your house. Okay?
Pow.
That's how the laws work. 911 already schooled me on exactly what to do with this individual. I won't sit up here and tell you what they said. And he know I ain't fronting because I came up here and put the receipts up before. Every time he sat there, he used to threaten me before we moved. And I sat there and I said, oh, you're on your way to my house, whatever. I said, okay, cool. So I called the police. I said, this individual threatening me to say they're coming to my house, whatever, whatever. And the lady told me exactly what to do, gave me her badge, operator number, whatever, whatever. And I wrote it down, the time, the date, whatever. She told me this. Remember me telling this story?
Yeah.
Last year I did. And I said, she told me exactly what to do. I ain't got to tell you what she said. And this is what I do to protect myself.
Yeah.
If this individual ever came and made contact. So Red Eye, you're dumb when you're going to talk about what my husband should have did. No, that would have made my husband be wrong to run on city property and go attack somebody when the person wasn't even on your property. Okay?
You know what? I can't take nothing he says seriously. If the way he let Nola get him out his bed in the cold and snow, he can't say shit. He ain't nothing but a punk. You can't take nothing. You can't take him seriously. He just running his mouth. And speaking of that, it was something that MGO mentioned about Vaughn. First of all, Vaughn actually posted I know Vaughn is communication with that woman. And in fact, when Vaughn's car broke down, he was on his way to go pick her up. Okay, when he was on the road, never mind. Anyway, he has a photo of when she came to visit him. Whatever's going on with them is going on with them, okay? It ain't none of their business. However, you sit up there and you made all those lies up about people taking those twins away from their mother, but I ain't heard you yet. And you listening? You're listening in the bushes. You heard when Alex, the baby mama of 4, which he didn't even share with us, that she had 4 kids, and it's a reason behind that. You never talked about him taking that girl away from her mother. She even explained how it happened. She said she was at the bus stop and he came and snatched her up with the stroller. And if anybody knows, when you're married, it's not that easy. It's not that easy to just say, oh, police can't just jump in and say, hey, she the baby mama. Well, I'm the baby daddy. They can't get involved with that. It has to be courts. And when you're a person who's been brainwashed and manipulated and fear, and you're fearful because this person has not just threatened your lives, and y'all should notice this nigga threatened everybody. So like I said, for him to have gotten away with it for so long, them people are scared. He threatened his own daughters and she talked about it. He'll threaten anybody. He's sick. Okay? So if he can threaten his own daughters, he'll threaten anybody.
At this damn point, somebody need to interview My Way. I haven't seen My Way commented in a minute.
I wish she would come back and drop down. I think she did. We need to find out from Nola. He said that a girl reached out to him and she wanted to interview, unless he was just playing. That could have been My Way.
Yeah, but you know what the sad part about it? Even if My Way came on here and tell all her stories, remember even how their room was messed up and all the pictures he posted of that girl? The room was horrible, okay? Nasty. And I'm looking like, well, that makes you nasty because you lay up in that room, right? But that would be interesting. Even if My Way came on here and told her story, you would have My Way, me, Mimi, Alex. And none of us know each other. None of us, okay? But how the hell all of us stories are similar?
And I
Very
bet you we
similar when it
find
comes to the
Methina.
verbal abuse and whatever, huh?
We found Methina. I can't think of her name right now because she filed for a restraining order as well. I bet you she has similar stories. Remember, he said that, did he say he hit her with the belt or was it Alex? It was somebody. But anyway, she would have a
No,
similar story as well.
I thought Methiano was the one with the stalking charges, because he do got a stalking charge. So when people on here saying that he's a stalker, oh, he's actually a stalker. Yes, he got a stalking charge from that Spanish girl. That's Methiana, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't see that receipt about the stalking until it was long after. It wasn't even when I found out about the DV with the kids, it didn't come up that time. But then it was somebody else ran it. That's when the stalking and the drug stuff and whatever came up, those charges. So that's what I keep telling y'all. 3 different times, 3 different results. That's crazy. So when people say, oh, you said you did a background check every single time, somebody, I won't tell you who the people were. Every single time somebody looked into this individual, it was different results. Okay. I don't know the explanation for that. So obviously I say the law failed us because I could have been, I was in harm's way without even knowing it, because that background check is not, it's not accurate. What I was trying to say, the stuff about the DV with kids did not come up the first time. Then again, it came up. Then the one about the drug stuff and the one about the stalking and all of that stuff, those came up the 3rd time when somebody else looked. Okay? So I don't know if you run it a 4th time, what you'll see. I don't know. I ain't telling you to go run it. I'm just saying, I don't understand why 3 different results 3 different times. People was telling me that's more professional with this stuff, saying because one might be the DMV side of stuff, and it was a whole explanation. That's why you were seeing like motor. I don't know, y'all. Okay, I don't know. You
And
said
it
not
was
even the
different
Bronx.
counties. It was different counties as well. Yeah. So you know what? I just think it's odd that person ain't gave no commentary. But see, now we're finding out that person is connected with some same kind of stuff as commentary. You could talk about Marcus. We ain't heard no stories about him being no coochie bandit. But this one ain't talked about this other man being a coochie bandit. This one ain't talking about this other dude who was not letting his little girl see the mother. That's because that other one is the same way. It's something going on with him and his family too. So he want to just avoid those conversations.
Yeah, so you know what? Thank you, Copper. Yeah, that's a great point. And you say it was men who started exposing him too. Gator, Sala, Luis. Yeah, because I didn't even know what these people was talking about. So thank you to them, because I'm like, no, they kept saying it so much. And then I'm looking like, wait, something not right. And I kept asking him, what are they talking about? And he talking about, I don't know what them people talking about, offline. But in the back of your head, something not right. So I kept begging Salah. I said, please put up the receipt, whatever you're talking about. I don't know if you think I was trying to be nice, nasty, but deep down inside, I'm like, no, please put it up. I don't know what you're talking about. Because Salah kept saying stuff like, oh, why would you say your brand protect children, but you have somebody that do crazy stuff to children? They have DV with children in the castle. And as a co-host, that's a bad look on me. So it was like a whole campaign going on at the time talking about she act like she protect kids, but he's sitting with her on that panel. And I had no clue what these dudes was talking about until Luis put up that mugshot that day. And I'm like, what? You know what I mean?
I remember that.
Yeah. Abs say he leaving. Okay, Abs, take care. Heading back to the UK. Oh, you just now leaving Dubai? Well, have a safe flight. Okay? Take care.
Good night.
Damn, you've been in Dubai for about a week or 2. Abs, that's a long stay. But thank you for bringing us along with you. I definitely enjoyed seeing Dubai. Okay? Thank you. But yeah, I gotta what's that? You eating ice or something? Or are you digging in a bag? What you doing?
I'm digging in the bag.
But I don't know what else we're supposed to tell
Excuse
y'all.
me.
Mm-mm-mm. I know I gotta go and get my damn
I'm
charger.
sorry,
My
you know, I
phone
got.
going dead.
Oh, excuse me, y'all. So yeah, anyway, yeah. Thanks, Copper, because yeah, I remember Gator, Luis, and Sala posting stuff. And I was really like thinking, like when they were first saying it, I didn't think this dude was something wrong with him. I'm like, mm-mm. But when they posted it, I was like, uh-oh. You know
But
what I'm saying?
Golden, hold it down for a second for me, please. All right, I'm gonna go get my charger because we got 76 people. Hit the like button if you want us to stay, because I got some more tea I could tell y'all. But I gotta go get my charger and stuff. Okay, but listen, I'm gonna tell y'all about Westy, people channel being gone, and all of that. So stick around for it, okay? I'll be right back,
Okay.
Golden.
Okay, y'all. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I didn't say what I was gonna say, but yeah, these people they're a trip. They so full of it. I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. I'm glad MGO brought that to my attention. They would they just really harassing people. Oh, she ain't letting him. They don't even know nothing about Vaughn. See, that's what I'm telling you. Like, that goes to show you just how evil they are. They'll just make up something. Like, what makes you think Vaughn's baby mama is not seeing his kids just because he's with them? What? How did you come up with that conclusion? You just making shit up. And then you put MGO in that mix. They evil. They jealous. Everything. Look how I'm bottom of the barrel type of people with a fucked up mindset. Okay. But this girl, Alex, and you was in the bushes, nigga. You ain't said nothing about this girl, this woman. This mother is actually talking about what he did and how he won't let her see her child. And you ain't had nothing to say about it. Just like you ain't really had nothing to say about when she said everything was non-consensual and she was 14. It's a reason behind it. Sonny, yeah, because you got your own stuff about with that kind of stuff. And I'm starting to get suspicious about that too, because I remember when I mentioned what year I graduated high school, he said, dang, Golden. I think he said he was in elementary school or something like that, right? That either we're gonna look more into it, because see, you don't play with Golden and get to playing with people like you can't be touched. This is how I be finding out shit about people. I don't just go around prying in folks' business. I get to looking into people when they start messing with me. Okay? That dude, that so-called son, was born in 82. That would have been roughly about the time of his age. So are you using somebody else's profile and pretending to be that person? Is that person related? Or is that really your son and you're lying about your age? Maybe that's why you always want to call people old. These people are sick. If you notice, all these old motherfuckers want to call other folks old. So either, like Nola said, he lied about his age. So you sound like you might be older than Golden. Because in 1982, Olden Golden was roughly between 10 and 11 years old. Depends on what month. So did you have the little boy at 10, 11 to be the Olden Golden's age? Yeah, something ain't right. And I want to know, is that him? And it's an old photo of him. Because it said it had marks on the face. Is it an old photo of him? I did see where it said the photo was taken in 2023, so I don't know. Or maybe that is his son, and he is lying about his age.
You talking about, I'm back. You talking about Red Eye?
Yeah, exactly. They're so stupid. That girl has been to Houston 3 times already since Vaughn has lived here. He got a picture of her. I don't even know. He didn't say it was her, but I knew that was her. I said, that's the mother. It was like one day I looked and he had posted pictures with her in Houston with the kids. And I already know about the situation when he went to drive to go get her. And what happened? His car stalled all the way in Louisiana. and we helped get him back home. He couldn't even get her that day. So this nigga sitting up here lying and shit on people, it's wrong. But see, he don't want nobody to dig in, because when somebody asked him, was his son a rapist, he was pissed off. Was he the rapist? Yeah, I'm trying to figure all this out, because the age of the son is the age he would have kind of been, the way he was describing himself at the time, or he lied about his age. But what, you a poor parent, you know what I'm saying? You know, now it kind of explains you wasn't in your son's life, and look at, he's sick like you. Yeah. Yeah, I know stuff other people don't know. I know that man is in communication with that mother. We ain't got to go into details, but the reality of it is him making up that story. He ain't never talked to that mother. He ain't never talked to Vaughn. So how did you come up? That's what I'm saying. Like, people just, and they evil because they just making it up. But they would be mad. They get mad because we tell the truth. They over there mad because we talking about the bum and what he did.
No, because it's so truth. Crazy, right? I know I stepped away, so I don't know if you addressed this one, but you said he has the receipts of you calling his realtor. Golden, you probably addressed it, but I wanted to say something, right? It's so crazy because me or Golden, neither one of us called a realtor. I don't even know who the hell the realtor is. Didn't care to know. I didn't call anybody. Okay, so
let him post the receipts from his realtor.
It never happened though. If anything, but that's why I said welcome to YouTube back then with the house. That's when you're learning how YouTube streets work. You can't just post a picture of a house, think nobody gonna look into this house and reverse search the image or whatever. So did somebody from YouTube call the realtor? Maybe, but it wasn't us though. Because on YouTube, when you post a picture of a house, right, it's nothing for somebody to do a reverse search. That's how the address popped up. Who doxed the house? You did. It wasn't nobody doxed it. You did when you posted that house. And Dum wasn't smart enough to put, it was something he did that as soon as I put the Google icon on the thing, it popped right up with the address.
I don't even believe that was ever his house. He just randomly chose a house. What happened to the house that he went on the tour with and saying, this is Sarah's house, room, this chapter room. Sarah got a cat. And you know, all that. What happened to that house? As soon as he got that house, it was gone. I believe he was squatting. And he's a damn liar. And see, anybody who, see, it goes to show you he don't know nothing about life. Because anybody would know that somebody calling their realtor, that wouldn't mean anything. That wouldn't mean nothing. So the realtor can be like, oh, I can't sell you no house no more because this lady named Golden Signatures called and said you ain't right. Like, that don't even make sense. Like, anybody, we grown. Like, is he talking to a kid? My son, you know what I'm saying? My little youngsters ain't gonna believe that shit. And he ain't got no damn receipts because it don't exist with no motherfucking Golden. Like how he lied on Mimi to try to get, he's evil like that. He'll just make shit up. But my thing is, nigga, come whip my ass. Bring the receipts for it. You'll bring everything else. You didn't expose my way. You didn't do all of that. Put people's recordings online against their will. Post that receipt. Why you protecting me? See, I like to challenge a motherfucker. Stop playing with me. Post the receipt. Post the receipt. Post it with that realtor. And guess what? If somebody did say they was even if the realtor, if they did call, they ain't messed up no deal. But if they did call, say it was Golden Signatures and a motherfucking lie, it's easy. I could call and say I'm king of the bombs. I could call and say who I'm anybody, but can't nobody mess up no deal. Who you playing with?
He never showed you the receipts because the receipts don't exist. Nobody called no damn realtor. For what?
Post the receipts. You post My Ways baby bottles. You post the recordings. Post the receipt.
First thing I said, what was the first thing I said? How you do buy? How you talking about getting a house when you didn't even have a freaking bank account? Make sense.
Right. Like, you think they're gonna give you a house with no bank account? That's why you asking Mimi, Vibes, and everybody else, can you get, because you trying to use their income and their credit. What happened to the house?
Let's not forget he wanted Mimi to put the house in her name, remember?
Yeah. And the house that he did the tour on, What happened to that house? As soon as he said he got that house, Mimi said he was at the shelter. I believe he was squatting. And I don't know. I know it's easier out there because I remember when I went to Texas, my friend was like, "Oh, let's go see these houses." And the door, you just go in. I said, "You just go in like this, girl." They couldn't do that in no LA. And even with LA, if they got the code to the lockbox, they could still do it. Okay, but you got to know a realtor to be able to give you the lockbox, and it's not hard if you acting like you're interested in a place. That nigga was squatting up in that apartment in that house. He ain't had it no time. Around the same time when he said he had that house, he was at the shelter, right, Mimi?
Mimi said, "I was never gonna tell nobody that he was homeless." Until he came out here, kept talking. The police said, "Sir, you want some water?"
Mm-hmm. Around that same time that he had this, when I heard about the timing when that happened, that was supposed to be the same time when he had that house. After the house that he claimed Golden messed up the deal. How the fuck can Golden mess up a deal with a realtor? You think I give a damn if I'm a realtor about what he talking about? And realtor ain't got nothing to do with it. It would be the bank, dummy. So you don't even have no experience and you're lying. You don't even know what you're talking about. It would be the bank.
But let's shift gear a little bit, Golden, because we already at 1 hour and 56 minutes, y'all, and I cannot stay here with y'all. I got school in the morning, okay? But let me tell you this real quick about Westy and how
I'm sorry.
somebody lost their channel, okay? So y'all know, let me tell you about who lost their channel first. So Westy, no, never mind. Listen, I see you. Thank you. But let me tell you, y'all, I think I'm getting a little tired. But so Tim, Toupee Tim, he said that I didn't even know that his channel was gone, y'all. I know I just started getting messages on top of messages like, girl, Toupee Tim channel is gone. So all I'm gonna say is, remember last week when he kept playing my videos and doing all that stuff? Thank you to everybody that played a part in that. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay? Everybody that played a part in this fool losing his channel, I kept asking him nicely, stop playing my videos. Stop playing my videos. He wouldn't hear. I said, okay, your channel about to be gone. His channel is gone, right? You're not gonna play my videos word for word for word for 30 minutes and all of this stuff and think that you're just gonna get away with it. And then you're using it to harass me on top of that. Yep, take that slap and go sit down somewhere. Yep. I don't know what he was doing it for, but listen, now I guess, I mean, it's a temporary solution, but what's going to happen is now he got to get back to 50 or whatever to be able to go live to even try to harass anybody again. I think the limit is still 50, right? To go live. I don't know. But the thing is, he won't be able to go live temporarily. And then another thing is, as far as like me sharing, I'm gonna do a members video. So members, be sure to look out for the video. I'm gonna tell y'all about a new change before I tell them out here, okay? I'll try to make y'all a video and have it up by in the morning. And I know whatever else happened today, I missed it. I know it's a lot of stuff going. The street's been pretty busy, put it that way. Okay? That's what you get to pay, Tim. I sat there over and over and I sat there and kept saying, stop playing my videos. I don't know why people be sitting up here just be trying to size people up and sit there thinking nothing gonna happen. I'm talking about this dude got so obsessive to the point where he literally was going live at least one time a day. Always a castle in flames on his thumbnail and doing the most. And I'm like, dude, what I did to you? All I did was we figured out that you was playing games on my channel. All you had to do was be a grown man and say, you know what, VQ, I'm busted. We could have moved on. Like, why are you doing all of this? But I came to figure it out. Every time somebody cannot sit on my panel, they have a problem. Just like with this same bum over here. All the straight up somebody's on my panel, it don't matter who they are, he automatically have a problem with them. Why I say that? Y'all remember that time when I was saying, come on YouTube with me. Let's do a live or a video and tell the people that we're not together, whatever, break the news to the subscribers. That time he sat there and said, oh, what, to come sit in my old spot? So he have a problem that he can't be on my panel. You want me to come sit in my old spot to tell the people that I'm not going to be in my old spot no more? So whoever he consider in his spot on my panel, he automatically have a problem. Okay? He was warned when it come to my channel. Like, stop playing. You're not going to take my copyrighted work to be harassing me. So I know for sure, so I don't want to take away from what anybody did. That's why I say thank you to everyone, because I know MGO just said shout out to Ken for doing that. But I know also it was people, and I won't say who you are, that was on IG sending me messages today like, hey, look, we flagged them too, da-da-da, whatever. And shout out to y'all. And then I did my own research, because, you know, people sit there and try to act like they helped me, but they really didn't do anything. But when I went back and looked, they received the email on December 1st. And yes, the video to the link on the December 1st live that he did is in fact gone. And it said that it was removed for violating YouTube terms of service. And it was something else. Basically, the live he did was on December 1st, playing my content or whatever. So for them to get an email from YouTube saying shout out to you for whatever the content was malicious, that's why I say you never know who is who. I got a lot of silent support. And just like, it don't matter what it is, even like that night, you know? So shout out to everybody. Even that night, like when I got struck on live and whatever, everybody that just simply screenshot their screen and send it, hey, this the person that did that, whatever. I appreciate everybody. So shout out to the person that actually told me, no, girl, get your IG back. Because I do get a lot of information on IG, and I appreciate y'all. Okay? So members, Castle residents, I'll definitely make a video and tell y'all what's the new changes we're gonna do, because some people out here, they're too disrespectful and they're out of control. Okay, so y'all will hear that video. But when it comes to Westy, so you have anything to say about his channel being gone, Golden, or no?
No, it needed to be gone. And if he start up again, another one will be gone. Let somebody put a battery in his back and hype him up.
Okay. All right. Damn, I totally missed what you just said, but let me tell you. So as far as Westy, she was over there going off. I think you all know by now when Westy be cussing people out who I didn't even know who she was talking about at first. So I assume it's the Alley, according to Alley, right? When she talking about AI this and this chick with AI this and whatever. I'm not sure. Because I know the sipping what is it? Sitting on satellites uses AI sometimes too. So I don't know yesterday when Westy was going off, was she going off about Ali or sitting on satellites? I don't know which one. Did you see her live, Golden? But I know she was so upset yesterday, like visibly upset. So you could run over there and go see if she still have that live up. Mm-hmm. You still there? Well, that's all I wanted to say, y'all. I know my mouth
I'm
is
still here.
tired.
I'm sorry. I'm still here. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm out tired. You know what I got to
I'm
do
sorry.
too, Golden. Huh?
I was multitasking and talking to somebody.
No, I say you know what I got to do too. You know what today and all that. So I kind of wanted
Yeah.
to cut it short. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well.
you saying it was Ali? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't be on here too long, y'all. So I gotta go. But we did stay with y'all for 2 hours. You said it was Ali. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, Ali. She was talking about. Yeah. I said, "Ooh, Westy." I said, "No, this ain't even normal," because she was. You could tell that she was upset, because you know Westy don't normally go live addressing drama or whatever. But for her to be pregnant and she getting that tight about people on the internet, yeah, she need to calm down, okay? But every time, every emotion, your baby feels it. So, you said get some rest. And you said y'all sound tired. I know I had a long day. Had a long day. We down to the wire. School closed next Friday. Okay.
Mhm.
So yes, I've been busy, honey. I'll be trying to keep up on here, but I really can't. But yeah, so Dead Rose got popped. Did y'all enjoy the receipt? Let me know in the chat before you leave. Did you enjoy hearing exactly what happened? So now it makes sense since she came out here doing all this, right? It makes sense now. She's really and truly upset because she basically can't use this content anymore
And she never
freely
would
without
disclose it. Mhm.
freely without worrying about fair use, because he did say, yeah, within fair use guidelines, that's out of his control, but whatever.
Mhm. I was waiting for her to go ahead and talk about the text. She never was. She was just misleading her flock. I know Vibes has to leave, and a lot of you. Good night, DMGO. I'm proud of you. You hung in there. But yeah, and they were just thinking like she just made this decision. No, Marcus made the decision to separate. She didn't. But you see how she'll just mislead her flock? Basically lying.
Yeah, so tomorrow, I don't think I'm going to dedicate a whole live to come live about just this one topic, but overall, we should be able to, with whatever happened tomorrow in the day, have so much enough stuff to talk about tomorrow night. And I definitely have the receipts to show you that, yes, which receipt it was again? Oh, the receipts
Excuse
about
me.
him unraveling. The receipts about him unraveling on May 5th before we went live with the family affair thing. So yeah, I'll find it and whatever, okay? But yes, y'all, I'm tired. You said you were thoroughly entertained. Okay. That's what's up. It felt like the castle tonight again with the honey, with the receipts flying out of nowhere. Okay. Don't it go that it felt like an old school night in the castle with receipts popping up everywhere. You said the castle is very interesting tonight. No comment. Thank you, Wade. Wade want to come in as soon as we getting up out of here. I know people get so mad. People say I act like a child when I say, "Oh, we have school tomorrow," because I say that like how my kids have school tomorrow. Well, we have school tomorrow when you're a learning coach, or you have to guide your kid through stuff and explain stuff and show them this, and we have school tomorrow. Okay, Black Clip. But thank you so much, Wade. I appreciate your support. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat tonight, everybody that graced the panel. Thank you all for your donations. Mocha became a member, Abs with his super chat, and Wade. Shout out to everybody, guys. I hope y'all have a beautiful night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay? All right. Take care.